Hello and welcome. I am Sylvia Hartman, the creator of Modern Energy and the extremely proud and happy creator of Star Matrix. Now, one of the wonderful things about working with energy in the six sense paradigm, where we don't just have five senses, we have six, and our sixth sense is our emotions, which inform us of those things that we cannot hear, see, feel, touch, taste, or scent. In this energy inclusive paradigm, which is the wonder worlds of energy, where life starts to make sense and the dots connect and we connect with each other and with the great creative order as well. In that wonderful world, one of the things that the people from the old paradigm always like to do is they like to beat us with the stick that there is no peer reviewed evidence, no scientific research, and all of that. And the fun part about that is there is no university researching energy because the scientific current five sense paradigm says there is no such thing as energy. They don't know what emotions are. They don't know how people work because people without emotions, without their living energy bodies, which produces them for them, they don't make sense. And that's why our worlds are so crazy and so stress riddled. I always say, what's the most important part of you that receives the least amount of attention? And that would be the spirit in the mind body spirit paradigm. But we are here today because I have found this absolutely delightful thing of Star Matrix being actually, in principle, scientifically researched and on its way to be scientifically proven. Now, this is going to be creating a lot of problems for the researchers in the field, but there are some real people, real scientists doing real research at a real university in the United Kingdom at Southampton University. And I saw this and I just love it. And I wanted to share this with you. And I wanted to also highlight the scientifically researched and proven benefits of working with positive memories. So, shall we go and have a look at this? Because I just think it's absolutely wonderful. Yeah, and so here we have the benefits of Star Matrix, the scientific evidence, and I'm absolutely loving this. This is on the Guild of Energists website. You can find it there. And while we're here, download my 7 tips for happiness. That's going to get you started in a good direction. Some lovely exercises to help you get out of stress. But let's go to the benefits of Star Matrix, the scientific evidence, because that's just beautiful. So in 2004, a group of researchers at Southampton University, United Kingdom, started to become very excited about the noticeable result on focusing on positive memories for a change. For the last 18 years, these people have produced a plethora of studies that was conducted under good psychological scientific research parameters, which proved that point. And they have published a list of their studies. So if we go all the way down here, all the way down and back in time, we start here with 2004. And these good people, I will not try to pronounce their names. They start sort of with nostalgia. And nostalgia was first identified in 1688 by a Swiss medical student as somebody who's in the here and now in extreme pain because the past was so much better than the here and now, in extreme emotional, mental pain. And so these people started to do a little bit of research into nostalgia. And they start off here in 2004 with nostalgia, conceptual issues, and existential functions. Cool. That's fun, fair enough so. So they did that, and then they went and got interested in this some more. So the next study from 2006, we have nostalgia. And bearing in mind, in these studies, they're asking people to focus on positive memories from the past. They're not necessarily dealing with people who actually really suffer from nostalgia per se, but they haven't got anything else in psychology. So nostalgia has to be it for now. They're getting them to focus on positive memories of the past, and they're finding that there are content triggers and functions. Functions of nostalgia. Could it be this is not just a mental disease? Let us research some more. And we have the next one, affect and the self. Affect in social thinking and behavior. Are you telling me that there are some effects that arise when you ask people to focus on positive memories? That could be interesting. So then here we have the next lot of 2008. We're now 4 years in, and they're starting to find all sorts of interesting things, like nostalgia as enabler of self-continuity and self-continuity, individual and collective perspectives. Self-continuity. Now, what would that be? In Star Matrix, we call that the star line. In Star Matrix, we say that the high positive events of our lives, our real lived experience, form a star line that is not only a clear indication of our destiny so far, but that we can actually calculate a trajectory forward into the future from these star lines. And I think that's what they're referring to with their self-continuity. It's just fascinating. And so this goes on, and they're doing more studies and finding more and more beneficial results and more beneficial results. And they're getting more and more excited about it and doing more and more studies. And so, yeah. So what I've done is I've gone through all the titles of these studies and extracted the benefits that these good people found in their studies between 2004 and 2022, which is where this ends for now. So let's just have a look at the benefits that were discovered by focusing on positive memories. Please bear in mind, this is not what I am saying as the creator of Star Matrix, what I think the benefits are. This is what these scientists at Southampton University are saying after spending, years is that, 18 years studying the effects of focusing on positive memories. Please do bear that in mind. It's not my benefits list. Self-continuity and meaning in life, feeling safe, healthy aging, the aforementioned self-continuity, identity narrative stability. See, that's that same thing again, finding your destiny in your star memories, because you'll never ever find them in your traumas. Finding that there is a congruent self that has displayed similar powers, abilities, desires, and understanding who you are much more, the story of your life. And this time it's not a story of your life that is based on trauma and suffering and misery and degradation, but actually on those star moments, which is the only thing that counts, the only thing that flashes before your eyes when your plane ditches towards the ocean. Well, they found more benefits, well-being, reducing social distance, connecting. Yeah, we found that totally with Star Matrix, is that you get to reconnect first with yourself and then with your family, with friends, with people around you. It's just a extraordinary array of benefits. Restorative powers. What do they mean by that? It's healing, isn't it? Thwarting loneliness, fosters relational and collective engagements. Absolutely. Shields psychological well-being from time horizons. What that means is that by focusing on your star events of the past, you are putting yourself in a place where you're no longer afraid of the future, or at least not including limited time horizons. You only have 6 months to live. What you're going to do, sit there and cry, or look over your life, what it has given you, the messages you have learned, and about your own immortality as well. Now, I won't necessarily bore us by going through this entire list. It is on the goe.ac. You can find it there and read it for yourself. Pro-social behavior. Now, couldn't we do with that on Twitter and everywhere else? Stop being so antisocial. Developing more empathy, motivation, social connectedness again. Oh dear. Fosters optimism. Promotes intrinsic motivation. Yeah. When you know what you're all about, what really floats your boat, what is important to you, it is a wonderful wellspring of motivation. In fact, I recorded a video the other day about writer's block, how to get over writer's block by focusing on those moments when another writer inspired you so much that you wanted to become a writer when you grew up. And that's where that came from. And when you reconnect with that and remember how inspired you were, what particularly inspired you, what that felt like, writer's block doesn't stand a chance. Doesn't stand a chance when we reconnect with our real passions, our real powers, our real star events. Oh, there is so many more here. Confers. This is a nice one. It confers psychological health benefits. What do you mean by that, guys? I wonder. Overcoming relationship challenges. Star Matrix totally is the way for relationship counseling. Bringing people back into that time and that thing where they were as one, remembering the love and building from that foundation forward, rather than sitting there and telling each other what they hate about each other in relationship counseling. It is so obvious, really, if you think about it. Buffers the negative impact of injustice is here. That just caught my eye. Yeah, it's not fair. I'm a victim. Ooh, just wait a minute. Perhaps I'm not just a victim. My God, the world needs this today. If I could just wave a magic wand, this is what I would wish the world, that people stop it with focusing on what's wrong with the world and trauma and start focusing on what's good about the world so we can make more of that, create more of what's good in the future. And in doing so, we won't have time to bitch and moan about everything that is wrong everywhere and seeing only the bad in everything. That's what needs retraining. Star Matrix is the cure for critical thinking, as in destructive, totally destructive focus on the negative. Oh, God. Promotes a peaceful future. Oh, yes. And the list just goes on and on. An antidote to boredom. Combating mental health stigma. A resource for psychological health and well-being. Terror management functions. All the people who are suffering from anxiety and panic attacks. Could Star Matrix be the cure? Could Star Matrix be the way to restabilize themselves? Well, okay, here are some notes that I made on these bonuses. So the researchers are researching nostalgia rather than doing what we do in Star Matrix, which is a extremely long and well thought out step-by-step pattern and technique to help people build those necessary pathways in the brain to even start accessing positive memories again. This is literally something that happens. literally happens in the brain, that when we start thinking about positive memories, we build totally different pathways in the brain than we would if we thought about trauma. And that needs a little bit of practice, that needs encouragement, and that is what Star Matrix essentially does. It is a clear and methodological approach to this whole thing that is based on my 30 years experience with working with people and how people work. So there's a huge difference between Star Matrix and these researchers getting very excited about directing people to positive memories and, finding all these amazing benefits and going, wow, this is amazing. The other thing is that as I'm recording this in January of 2023, the citations are from the up to the end of 2022. So there's also a link on the page to where I found this publications page. So I am 100% convinced that these people are not going to stop, that they're going to keep going with their research. And I thank them from the bottom of my heart. It's brilliant. I am delighted. I am really happy. I bless them. I bless them for continuing with their research into the effects of getting people to start thinking about the positive memories in their lives rather than the opposite, which has driven our society totally needlessly into a absolutely distorted idea of what our society is, what our fellow human beings are, what human beings in and of themselves are. This is super, super important to stem the tide of negativity and hatred and fighting and rioting that has just engulfed the Western world in the last 15 years. So, yes, thank you very much to the researchers from the Southampton University for this. You have absolutely made my day. I commend you for doing something that cannot be popular when everybody else just really wants to keep going with the trauma and the industry that has grown around trauma like some giant fungal network that keeps people trapped in this unhelpful way of trying to help people become empowered, become less stressed, become so much clearer in their thinking, to experience better emotions. All of these things which the world needs so, so badly. And absolutely for me, 100%, Star Matrix is the way. It's the beginning. That's where we start, by really, finally, coming to terms what was really going on in our lives and changing our minds about so many things. Indeed, rewriting the story of our lives, not with fantasy and imagination and hallucination and delusions of grandeur, but based on our own real lived experience, each one of us. That brings us closer to reality, and reality absolute. And when that happens, stress and pain recedes, and the world finally starts to make some sense again. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.